The growth of both amount of assets and amount of vulnerabilities creates, again, a huge gap for organizations and huge demand in order to address the gap of visibility and security.
I think to Yevgeny's point, organizations' attack surfaces have never been more complicated and more complex than they are today. They're incredibly dynamic. They include everything Yevgeny just mentioned and beyond. I think that the ability for Armis to both understand, visualize, but also allow the means to protect, to enforce, to reduce the risk of that attack surface is more important as days go by, and especially as that environment becomes ever bigger, ever more complex, and ever more dynamic.
What has been the biggest trend that you have seen in the last 3 months?
So I would say the increase in attacks, an increase of attacks on hospitals and also on critical infrastructure, including manufacturing and pipeline and oil and gas and more. We're seeing a lot of this. We're seeing a lot of conversations that we are having with organizations that the problem is that even the basic things are not there in terms of understanding what do they have, which assets and where, before actually being able to protect and stop attacks.
Nadir, what would you say, specific to OT and medical being highly targeted vehicles, tell me more about what people should be looking out for.
Well, to us, we always like to say it's the basics. It's understanding what the environment is and understanding the vulnerabilities and risks in them and proactively managing it versus reactively trying to combat some threat or some attacker. But I think at the end of the day, those environments are unique because they're operationally intensive. They have a lot of mixture of new and old. These are environments that, for the most part, were never meant to be as connected as they are today, but the business is driving them forward into a true convergence. And we're seeing attackers very eager to take advantage of that because they know it hurts. You take down a hospital, it hurts in many, many different ways. And those are that's a target-rich environment, and those organizations, more than any other, have to use practices of both understanding the environment, but also proactively managing risk, taking care of the little things so that they don't turn into something much, much, much bigger.
We talked at RSA, we talked in New York, now we're here in Las Vegas, you're attending Black Hat. Tell me what you hope to accomplish this week and what you're most looking forward to.
A lot of work to be done here, but a lot of great conversations. And we always go back, spending that time with our customers, with potential prospects, and I would say partners, because it's not customers for us, but really partners, really helps us stay ahead of any new threats, understanding of what our customer needs, and build accordingly. Make sure that our products are focused on the right use cases and what our customers really need.
I think if there is one thing that we'd like to accomplish here is just make sure that more organizations know that these problems are actually very solvable and we can help them solve it. These are not out of their reach. Organizations can absolutely understand their landscape, understand their assets, and understand that complex, ever-changing attack surface and actually solve the problems that they have, and we're here to help.
Well, thank you so much, Nadir. Thank you so much, Yevgeny, for joining me today.
Thank you.